So could the Natural Hazard Center team please come down here to the front of the room? And as they're making their way up here, I believe there may be a photograph that was going to be placed on the screen. Thank you. So if you ran the disaster dash this morning, raise your hands. If you can, still raise your hands. Thank you to all the dashers, fellow dashers. Thank you to all those who participated in the Meet the Authors. Between the dash and the Meet the Authors, we raised several $1,000s during this meeting for the scholarship funds at the center and the Bill Anderson Fund. So thank you to all of you. And then next slide, please. We had a little, we're not, always into competition around here, but this year with the new app, we had a bit of a competition of the best photograph. And Suzanne Frew was the winner of the photograph with Kathleen Tierney, Norma Anderson, and Suzanne. I don't even know what to call them. The disaster divas. We love you, and this is for you. We'll give this to you after. Thank you. This closing session keeps alive a tradition established 50 years ago, where the director of the Natural Hazard Center issues a summary and a call to action to close out the annual Natural Hazards Research and Applications Workshop. What this means in practice is that to get a sense of the meeting, I split my time evenly between every session. Then in the earliest hours of Wednesday, when the moon still hangs high in the sky, I begin writing this closing based on the ideas that you all poured into the container over these past 3 days. Before proceeding with the closing, however, let's please offer gratitude to the people who helped make this meeting possible. Yesterday, Mike Lindell, who has been here literally since the inception of this all, said, and I quote, that the Natural Hazard Center was established to nurture this community. I think that nurture is one of the most beautiful words in the English language, as it refers to, quote, the process of caring for and encouraging the growth or development of someone or something. This something, this workshop, is about every single someone in this room. We never lose sight of that, and we are grateful for every single one of you. Jennifer Tobin, we offer you a special thanks for once again leading this effort, leading this team, with your own special way of nurturing our team and this community to make this possible. So now what I'm going to ask is that each member of the Natural Hazard Center team, please take the microphone and say your name, your role at the center, so your title, and then I would like you to share one word that captures your sense of the meeting. Zoe, are you ready?
Apparently, yes.
Let's do this.
Zoe Lefkowitz, Graduate Research Assistant, Community.
Namia Campbell, Research Associate, Determination.
Jason Van Horn, Program Manager, Camaraderie.
Jeffrey Gunderson, Web and Data Manager, Bell Ringer. Justice.
Anna Canny, Science Writer, Editor, and Communicator, Grounding.
Mary Angelica Painter, Research Associate, Needed. Carson McPherson Krutsky, Research Associate, Practical Optimism.
Kate McNeely, Research Assistant, Reciprocity.
Jennifer Tobin, Assistant Director in the Very Best Chosen Family.
Rachel Adams, Research Associate, Dedication.
Forrest Shelcom, Undergraduate Research Assistant and Resilience.
Jessica Austin, Research Associate and Resistance.
Minging Lee, Graduate Research Assistant, Solidarity.
Musaber Ali Tishti, Graduate Research Assistant, Celebration.
Thank you to the entire team for all that you do. We love you and I love you. Thank you. Okay. Closing. Lightning strikes. What does it mean to have a vision for the future? It is certainly about having a goal and a sense of purpose. But at its root, to have a vision requires imagination. That is, an ability to mentally conceive, to dream of a desired future possibility. On Monday afternoon at this workshop, Jim Buca, with the County of Maui Planning Department, said, "I think what has always made this workshop special is that it brings together this whole world of academics who are up there floating around in the clouds. Then you have the practitioners who are on the ground. We're in different places, but every once in a while, lightning strikes, and that's where the magic happens." Indeed, it's in that flash of bright light when our imagination takes flight. This year, at our 50th gathering of this meeting, we came together to chart a course for the future. But we also gathered at a time like no other. Natural hazard losses are accelerating at an unprecedented pace as more costly disasters are occurring in closer and closer succession. Simultaneously, systems, the very institutions that were created to advance science, public health, and public safety are being rapidly dismantled. This is, if there ever was, a disaster by design. In a matter of months, we've lost data, funding, information, programs, and most importantly of all, we've lost so many people from this community who have been effectively silenced, fired, or pressed to retire. On Sunday, at one of the roundtable sessions, Matthew Crane of the University at Albany, first-time attendee, proposed that perhaps why our community is hurting right now is because on top of it all, there is also a moral injury or a trauma that is caused by a violation of our most deeply held values. The storm clouds hanging over this community are real. But just as a bolt of lightning can in a flash illuminate even the darkest of skies, you have come together again for the 50th time to articulate and reaffirm what we value most. Science in service to society, disaster survivors, environmental justice, and the fair and equitable distribution of disaster preparedness, relief, and recovery dollars, hazard mitigation, and even more broadly, disaster risk reduction. At our core, we are the community that is dedicated to stopping natural hazards from turning into disasters. That is who we are, and that is what we do. We are the people who recognize that floods may be acts of nature, but flood losses are almost entirely due to acts of human beings. Thank you, Gilbert. We are the people, as Bill Hook of the American Meteorological Society observed, who asked the question, what was the cause of that disaster, and how can we keep it from ever happening again? We are the people, as Shannon Van Zandt at Texas A&M University said, who care the most about those who have the least, because we recognize that they have the fewest resources to prepare for, respond to, and recover from disaster. We are also the people, as Yvonne Castillo of Victor Insurance said, who use data like a headlamp to guide us down a path and ready ourselves and others for what's coming in the future. These are expressions of who we are and what we value and stand for in this community. Now, the question in front of us is how will we advance this vision for a truly just, durable, and disaster-resistant future? Nania Campbell of the Bill Anderson Fund encouraged us in this moment to begin not with what's wrong, but instead by asking what could be. In response, Hans Louis Charles of Virginia Commonwealth University proposed that we both widen our lens of vision to better see and address the true range of disaster threats and everyday crises that people are confronting, while also centering human dignity in all that we do. The focus on human dignity was uplifted by many of you throughout this meeting. Darren Punchard of Punchard Consulting called for centering compassion and civic engagement in planning efforts. Maggie Leon Corwin of the University of Oklahoma advocated for radical kindness and a clear-eyed focus on what we can do to ensure the best possible outcomes for all. Walt Peacock of Texas A&M University underscored that it is incumbent on us to stand together so that we can help current and future generations. And just this morning, Paula Ackerland of Ocosta School District said, education is a people business, and I think hazard mitigation is too. You must have the trust and commitment of the people to do hazard mitigation. It is clear, as Jessica Jensen of RAND articulated, that so many more people need to be involved in the solution to the mounting challenges that we face. What is also now clear is that if we are going to build this coalition, if we are going to bring the millions upon millions more people that we need to promote this cause of disaster risk reduction, we must focus intently over the next 50 years, not just on what we do, but on how we do it. This is your charge. To center science and evidence, as well as care, compassion, radical kindness, and a fierce commitment to just and equitable disaster risk reduction. Let this 50th annual Natural Hazards Workshop be your jolt of lightning, but please do not let this energy dissipate. Go forth from here and plant the seeds for the future that we want to grow. As you continue the vital work that you do, I wish you now, as always, to please remember to take care of yourselves as you care for others. And with that, I declare your 50th annual Natural Hazards Research and Applications Workshop adjourned. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.